what is going on, everybody?
Hey.
It is Pixel Parties here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. When we left off, we're doing the box thing, and we got all those letters and
right conclusion.
Hey, we know how to do words and lines with the maths and stuff that it has to do last time. We're gonna move on to the correct conclusion. Detective ARME's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, 2 lines were added by the real culprit to initially mislead people.
What?
Here's what message Detective ARME left behind was the transport case number. Whatever assaulted Apollo changed the message.
If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective ARME was trying to tell us?
Good question. What does this number represent?
What does? Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. Oh,
Candace
she could
ARME.
be calling him out.
Yeah, Candace ARME lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying messages only have had one purpose.
Yep.
No!
Boom.
To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. That's right, we're on you.
Don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name.
The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than Apollo Justice. Gasp in pain, as much as I'd love to implicate his ass. Ted Tonate. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing.
He Ted Tonated it?
Yeah.
Ted Tonate?
Apparently disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tonate's own ID number to finger him for the crimes. Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name? He's got a good point there.
What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
Not only Detective ARME would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective ARME couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other.
Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing.
But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number.
Yeah.
No, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Mr. ARME who wrote that.
Detective ARME.
Detective ARME wrote that.
You said Mr. ARME.
Whoops, I'm all over the place. Whoops, the bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast.
She's not even a Mr.
If Detective ARME had left the message, it should have been found at that time. But the box was there.
Yeah.
Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. But what? Mr. Tonate was able to cover the message up because he's wearing those weird goggles. The first to find the body, or a stickler for details. Huh. Obvious because he's wearing those weird goggles. Maybe the first to find the body?
Was he?
I guess I'll find out. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
When Mr. Tonate saw that the victim had written his ID number,
He was like,
he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure.
Oh, so that's why the message in blood was under the transport case.
He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious.
Yep.
So those letters lived on to serve another function. Mr. Tonate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice?
Exactly. Mr. Tonate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purpose. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective ARME left behind. Yeah.
That's like way too convenient.
I know, right? He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack.
So that means...
The only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice.
Boom.
And that person is Ted Tonate. What a wonderful scream. It's a wonderful scream. Well,
Order in the court. Order, I say. Looks like we will have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonate take the witness stand.
Yes, your brother.
That was great, Mr. Wright.
I know. Just doing what I do best. Just flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
Smug fucking face. I've finally drawn Mr. Tonate back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart.
Instead of Mask Man, it's Goggle Man.
Oh, don't put that voodoo on me. Don't you put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby.
Dots.
Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are laughable.
Objection!
Are they really?
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message of blood matches your ID number. Right there.
Yep.
The same ID number that is on that bomb transport case, which happened to have been moved outside of the room, apparently.
Such a far-fetched theory. I love that Pokemon. No better than a tangled ball of wires.
What about Surfetched
I love
or
the
whatever it
movie
is?
Tangled as well.
Oh, God. I'll have them untagged for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood.
Bap.
You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later.
I see *2, but then let me ask you. I love poetry. The end. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Where do you, Mr. Wright?
The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to...
Analyze the DNA, because when someone's dying, your handwriting kind of goes out the window.
It's also, it was written by a finger.
Yeah.
You're gonna go off of her preschool finger painting pictures? Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Very well.
Nope, gotta go into hiding. Whoops.
Bailiff, please put in the request for DNA test with the forensics team.
So I'm gonna put on this blast shield because I'm gonna blow up the place again. Yes, Your Honor.
It will be the same time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is.
Hate that face of yours, boy. You better put those eyeballs back in them 3D goggles of yours.
Jesus. After the explosion. I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
I don't like that one. I hate that look when you put it on.
Whenever he has that look, I make sure to change the tone of the computer.
So you're saying there's a chance that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay.
Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it.
It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance of the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene
Yeah, that's
photo.
what I was thinking too. Ooh, God. That's a lot of blood.
As you can see, there's blood on the rubble near the victim's body and all over the fucking place, really. She got fucking obliterated. She must have died after hitting her head there.
Huh. Okay. So a bomb photo was put there.
I see. All right then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
I might. Because there's something I have not looked at. Because this was her. The autopsy report was trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Okay, I mean,
That's not flat.
No, that's not
pointed.
flat. That is pointed. Yeah, that's on the corner of the rock there. So I think I'll be able to do that. So after the explosion. So let's take a look here. There's the first one on the scene after the explosion. There's no bloody writing at the time. Anyway, there's no way Detective Arm could have written it. I hate when you go looking around. Struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. Okay, we're gonna wing it.
Objection!
Oh, I caught you in your
dang.
lies instantly. You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tonate.
Yeah, that's...
Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective ARME's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes, what about it?
Did you take a look at this photograph? Every time I look, it makes me laugh, okay? Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble.
Boss, I would hope you don't laugh at a dead body.
I'm laughing because of his lies, okay? It's sharp and pointed.
Like my hair.
Oh my God, oh Jesus Christ.
Hey, you're right, boss, it is pointy. Just like your Yes! I just said that. I just said that, and then she says it.
That is hard, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction?
I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. Piece of rubble?
On this piece of rubble.
The blood stain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
To further steer away from...
Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location, most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found.
In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor, I have the result of the blood stain analysis.
Plus, it's not hers.
Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look.
It's mine.
According to this report, the message was written in Detective ARME's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood.
Well.
It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all.
Yep.
Gotcha, bitch.
That settles it right there. Yes, you did it. You were right, boss.
You have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later.
One exclamation point, one. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's you.
I was just distracted by movement over there by an inanimate object.
Mr. Tonate, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
That's fine. I will confess.
You will? But then why are you so calm?
Yeah. This time I will tell the truth.
I watched her throw a rock at her.
Witnesses always do this. They're like, okay, yeah, I've had a come to Jesus moment all of a sudden. I'll tell you what happened.
I fucked it.
It is true that Detective ARME wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective ARME must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
I don't like that. I hate that smug look on your
I
face.
see. So you're certain that you were merely moved the body, is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective ARME. The floor did.
Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute! That in of itself is a criminal act.
I'm glad to see you finally crossed the finish line, Your Honor.
Jeez.
Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
Huh. Okay. So.
The truth.
Alright. Phoenix said, and I quote, to check out the bloody writing analysis. So
wait, I'm curious. What does his badge say now?
it's my important badge, proof of my profession.
Okay, it's
That's
nothing.
all.
It's nothing.
Okay, so the bloody writing analysis, a report that proves that the
after
writing was
7,
done.
I was gonna be like, after 7 years, I got it, but no.
Okay, so that says so there is that little bit on the edge there that's I noticed last time that's just kind of gone.
Oh yeah.
And then DNA analysis definitely proves the blood from the writing to be that of the victim, Candace ARME, age 27.
She's as old
However,
as
the
me.
lines that were added later were found to be written in the blood of Apollo Justice, age 23. So.
That doesn't say 25.
No, 23.
Okay, I'm just blind.
You're good.
I was gonna say I didn't think he was that old.
I'm trying to see if there's anything that we have. No, that's just a rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Okay. So let me take a look at what he said again so I can get what I can out of it. So it's true that
Wait,
my
if
ID
he's
number.
23 now, doesn't that mean like a year has passed since
I think so.
Apologist is? Because I think he was 22 in that.
Around that, yeah.
Okay, so not much time.
She very plainly wrote that I was shocked, but did not detonate the bomb. Detective ARME must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing.
Wait, hold on. Go back to the thing.
Which one?
The number clearly wrote 95R. R.
I know, that's why I was like, there's the
Yeah.
bit that's missing off of the end of it.
Yeah, present that to that maybe.
Let me go ahead and just save real quick in case something goes wrong here. Okay, so
Cause like, you know.
let me try the bloody writing analysis. The bloody writing analysis? Is that what we should do?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Yep.
Look at me go.
I just want to make doubly sure here that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Just to confirm your guiltiness. Yes, it very clearly said L110015R.
But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Wasn't you who claimed that the bloody writing was in his ID number in the first place?
Wow, you're dumb.
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R?
Whoa, that was new. Was he chewing on a
Something is
cord?
missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tonate?
Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger.
You have something for me, Athena?
I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
Huh.
Oh my god.
He does look pretty flustered at the moment.
He is chewing on it.
Well, Miss Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake.
Really, Judge?
I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tonate really see it?
He actually saw it, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Mr. Tonate really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now I'm taking another look at the photo. I think maybe. That's it!
He just screwed. What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo and his cords of steel?
I've got it. So that's what happened.
Ah! He just screams into the void.
A slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose Mr. Tonate really did see the letter R. Oops.
Excuse you.
But, the photo clearly shows that there is no R.
No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows Mr. Tonate actually could have seen the R.
If you're going to make that claim, then you'll better be able to point out what you mean.
Haven't heard that in
okay.
a while.
What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tonate could have seen the R?
It's gonna be right over. Just
Yep.
be.
Yep, right there.
Stop being so finicky. Thank you. Please look here to the right of the 5. You see a little bit of red?
Oh, I see it. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up.
That's the R that Mr. Tonate saw.
Really, dude?
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles. That doesn't mean his eyesight is bad nor his brain power. What part of the little smudge looks like an R to you?
What Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole incomplete R written there before the floor was damaged by the explosion.
Yep.
Oh, well, that explains it, huh?
I was about to say, wait, what, Phoenix? Are you... Wait, what?
Yeah, what?
Because that's the other thing I was thinking is, like, is he... I mean, I guess you could say the floor was damaged afterwards somehow, but are you trying to say this happened before the explosion? What the fuck?
Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order.
Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The time when the R was written turns everything about this case around.
Whoa, are you alright? That sentence was all over the place.
Oh my god. Okay, so now then. If the floor was
So I
damaged
guess
by the
maybe
explosion.
he killed her and then decided to blow up the place? I don't know.
But wasn't she at the trial?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And there
Or did
were
the trial
people
never
there.
start?
I don't know. But it obviously happened.
I guess we're gonna say before the explosion.
Yeah.
So, before the explosion, I guess. With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that this was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise.
That's right. It does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred.
Order in the court.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom rooms after the bombing occurred. That way it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
Sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective ARME before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report, here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial, and that person was
Yep.
Ted Tonate. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Tonate saw the victim.
That appears to be the case, Your Honor. Oh, I'm getting the shakes.
Dots.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tonate's words from yesterday.
It was when Detective ARME and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my!
Mr. Tonate, just for the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4.
Holy
shit. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just for the trial.
Mr. Tonate, your testimony, please.
My testimony, there is no need for it.
Oh my god,
He's completely a nerd, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. You guys.
Good bastard!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Just. You do always leave yourself so
You
open to
always
attacks,
love
Mr. Wright.
yourself.
I mean, I do love myself, but what now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. May have had the opportunity to kill Detective ARME, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
Yeah.
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
But Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tonate had a chance without a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tonate? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Whoa, that's
I didn't have any
terrifying.
sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I could possibly kill Detective ARME.
Did he really
Ow,
just
that
sound
hurts.
like Mr. Krabs?
Did he really have nothing he could have used as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena?
Just looking over the victim's autopsy report, I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction.
Well, it does say that she died from a trauma to the back of the head with a flat object.
Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right?
A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon.
You mean like
The
the
box?
bomb? Like the box?
And I'm thinking maybe the bomb is like inside the box, or maybe the detonator's in the box.
Or his
and it's
computer
covered in
thing,
blood.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective ARME?
The remote?
I believe I can't. That's what I was thinking. If the remote
that's
is...
what could be why the remote is missing too.
Yeah, believe being the key word here.
Did you can?
And please do so now. What did Mr. Tonate have that could have been used as a murder weapon?
So, I think it might be a little too early. I think maybe we should go off of the bomb transport case for now. It's a very tiny remote switch.
It's tiny?
I think so. I mean, we don't have any size for sale, but it looks small. It's a small little button on there. I'm going to go with the case first. So we can also use the fact that maybe the murder weapon could be inside the case.
Maybe.
I'll go with the case.
Okay.
This must have been the murder weapon.
Don't be ridiculous.
Aha! You fell right into my trap. So you confirm that this piece of evidence was not the murder weapon. That narrows my candidates down by 1.
I hope you don't intend to answer by process of elimination, Mr. Wright.
Because if you do, prepare to see me do more than this to you.
Ow. Yeah. The victim was killed with a blow to the head. So the question is, which evidence is connected to Mr. Tonate and can serve as a blunt instrument?
The remote, I told you.
Yeah.
I'll ask you again, Mr. Wright. What did Mr. Tonate have that could have been used as a murder weapon? Listen to your co-host.
And perhaps, if not, it could be the bomb, because that is also a flat object that could have been used. That he would have possession of.
The bomb was my first thought.
It's not the switch. So it's going to be the bomb then. I sure hope it is the bomb, because we're running up.
It's funny, because the bomb was my very first guess, and then it was the remote.
I thought you said the remote was the first one.
Well, I thought bomb first, but then I said remote first.
Gotcha.
Instead.
Well, I sure hope it's the bomb. Mr. Tonate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What are you talking about?
You had this.
That's the bomb! The bomb diggity!
Oh, Jesus.
Thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast.
You did the bomb blast, no. But I believe Candace ARME was killed with this bomb.
Literally.
Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head.
Oh God, he died.
Please recall the description of Detective ARME's head wound. Would you shut the fuck up over there? Trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb will produce the exact same wound pattern. Oh shit.
Jesus. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Can you please stop banging a bomb on the thing?
Well, what's with him?
Yeah, show me some proof. Where's the evidence with the bomb?
You sound like Pain. Sounds like
he's just gone. He's right. I don't have anything decisive.
Did you find any bit of the bomb? That'd be decisive proof. But you made the bomb about the bit. It's long gone. Bah. Boom. Game over. Yeah.
What the f?
Oh.
Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo?
Wait, is there? It looks like there's a crack on the bomb on the timer thing.
Bomb, blood or anything on it.
Wait, the timer display's a little broken here. Oh, that's you.
Oh, wait. That feels weird now that you already said it.
Whoops. We can say it at the same time. 3.
No.
Okay,
That defeats the
I'll
purpose.
just go forward. But yeah, it's a little broken there.
I was gonna read it anyway, but okay.
Oh. Whoops, my bad.
Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Martin. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective ARME's head. There.
But what about her feet? That's definitely a distinct possibility.
What about her arm?
But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count.
ARME's arm. Ugh. I guess you're right.
By setting off the bomb, Tonate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. The Phoenix Wright way.
Oh boy.
Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide.
Jesus.
Ted Tonate murdered Detective ARME before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tonate had to hide.
The remote.
I mean, it says a photo.
Huh?
It says
Where?
present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tonate had to hide.
I didn't read his box.
And you know what? We'll go ahead and show that next time.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.